it's the old fella back if you're new here, or Mr. B, whatever you want to call me. Yes, Rum Kicks. I'll explain about that in a minute. Rum Kicks. Right, get this right. 18 Fevers. Right. 18 Fevers. Rum Kicks. There you go. Right, got them all. Right. First of all, at the end of this video, it explains about these three guys behind me. But first of all, I've got to give a huge shout out to Piotr, the guy from, I can't think of his second thing, come all the way from Poland, and he says to me, because where I was stopping, he says, I've brought you something. Hades, signed CD. Hades, signed poster. I goes, what have you done that for? I said, you know, and he says, to say thank you. I said, well, I don't expect people to get. He says, that's why I'm doing it. He says, you don't ask for this or that or anything. And he's a lovely person. He really is. And I met him. Rev Stickleback was there, and there was another guy that I can't remember who he was that I met as well. I've met Rev Stickleback before, and Paul Anderson. I was staying at the same place with him because he sorted all the arrangements out to get there. So kudos for him for sorting all that out, and everything else. I think I say a bit more about Paul down there, but these people that you meet are awesome people. They really are. Anyway, I'll tell you this much about the three guys behind me. They're from South Korea, but at the end I say about it because I say about my trip back, because this is it's St Pancras station. But anyway, I'm going to shut up. Let's get on with it, and I'll just carry on and explain how it all went. So anyway, over to the old fella. Now, it's me, the old fella, or well, whatever you want to call me. Right, as you can see, I am wearing a t-shirt, 18 Fevers. Right. My trip to Brighton was very interesting, to say the least. Getting there for a start off. Basically, I go on a train and I have to go to sort of go backwards to go forwards. Gets there anyway. Gets to on the platform, and I thought, flipping hell, there's a lot of people here. Like 6 deep, or even more than that actually. And all the way down the platform. So I thought, oh, that's not good. Anyway, and it says the train's delayed because signal problems or whatever. It's delayed, it turns up. And I get on it, but it's rammed. I see them trains in India, it's again looking a bit like that. And I thought, well, I'm not bothered because I've reserved my seat, Although I can't even move now and get to the carriage I want to get to. And over the tannoy it says, look, all the people stand up, I've got to get off, and anyone reserved seats, just forget it. This is rammed. If you don't get off, basically we'll just cancel it, and that's it. So obviously we got off and we had to get the next one. Again, that was delayed, right? And I thought, right, well, I'm not having any of this. So basically what I did, I'm on the train pulls up, I get on the first carriage. One of the workers there says, look, there's a seat over here, so I got in that and thought, right, great. And again, they were throwing people off and telling them to get another train to Birmingham, and then go to Birmingham and then go to London, so via that way. Anyway, I thought, oh, well, I'm on, I don't care. And I'm in first class. But I thought they're not going to chuck me off, because they've got such a problem here, because this is the day after they had a strike, you see. So anyway, gets down there, now I'm running late. Gets to London, and it's quite interesting from St Pancras in London. I've got like loads of escalators to go down to get to where I need to be. And as I'm looking, I thought, well, when's the next train to Brighton in? So, I thought, flipping, I've got 5 minutes. I've never been so fast down them escalators, I can assure you. Got on it. Cut a long story short, I only lost an hour because of that train being there. I only actually lost an hour, so still an hour late to what I expected. And got there, so went straight to the venue and to meet the bands. And right, 18 Fevers, great band, absolutely great band. They really, really are. Honestly, it was one of the best nights I had there. It really was. And meeting them, that's another thing as well. I'd done an interview with the bands, right? And of course, then when you get to meet them, that is something else. That is great. Yeah, you get to meet them in person. That is something else. That really is, and it's great. Right now then, as the band, as you can see them there, nearest to me is Huey. I'll talk a bit more about her in a bit because she's a bundle of fun. She's absolutely great. The guy with that on that is Garrick, the drummer. Matt, the bass player, backing vocals, is next to him, and Christmas, the singer, guitarist as well. Absolutely great, honest, absolutely great, really are. Right, going back, if you like, to you, when I did the interview, she did a drawing on me, but she said, I'm sorry, I forgot to bring it. Well, I mean, you know, obviously it's a big trip for them to come over, but she will photograph it and take a picture of it and then put it and email it to me. She is such a wonderful person. She really is. And basically, there we are. There I am with them. They are fun. They're lovely people. Great, make great music as well. Excuse me, my voice is going a bit. But absolutely great. So I've got the T-shirt. I've also got, if you like, and it's signed because the T-shirt is can't really sign the T-shirt. So anyway, it went down well, but quite interesting because you made me laugh. She really made me laugh because there's some guy talking to her. Now, I never ask a lady her age. And he's sort of saying how old he is and how old are you and all that. And I thought, no, you don't do that. So I just sort of chirps up and, this is when we're outside talking. And I goes, well, I was born in 1953. Well, that was so funny. She just looks at me and goes, being 70 years old, she goes, Grandad, and gives me a hug. So what she doesn't know is, there you go, there she is. What she doesn't know is I'm now going to adopt her as my granddaughter. I haven't told her that yet, but so there you go. And she's a lovely person. And I don't think the seagull liked that picture either. Got a bit jealous. But yeah, they to me, she's got a lovely, wonderful personality. I got chatting to her about guitars and equipment and stuff like that. I'm a bit geeky like that, I suppose. But absolutely great, honest. Absolutely great. Great band, great fun, absolutely wonderful time. And I say it was so nice to get to meet them. So I've got the T-shirt, I've got the CD. So get out and buy it on the back. Oh, you can see it's me flipping ring light. There you go. Very good. It's one of the best nights I've had, I must admit. It really was. It was so much fun. There we go, we'll put that one back up. Good night all round. Great people. And the thing about what I like about Brighton is the atmosphere there. The people, the actual people in Brighton, and the atmosphere is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. and very good. It's very, very good. So, and you know, later on at some point, I'll probably do a second interview with them and that. But so nice to meet. And the thing about all this is, I'm not a huggy person. I'm not one of them, you know, touchy feel it type people. Oh God, I got hugged to death. But honest, I had an absolute ball. It really was. It was a great time, and that's to me what it's all about. You go out, you have a night out, and also this is obviously 18 Fevers I'm doing, and the next bit will be about Rum Kicks, and I'll tell you about the journey back. But anyway, to me, it's one of them events you go to, and you know, to have another night like that, I don't know. I just don't know. It's just such a good night, and you can see the weather was lovely. That's why I've got my jacket on. It was sort of trying to rain all the time and everything, what you expect in the UK. And anyway, because they're going off to the rebellion as well, which is the where is it? Tomorrow, the 3rd. Yeah, because this is my second attempt at doing this. I already did this, and but lighting was all wrong, the time of day, whenever I did it, so I'm redoing it. Anyway, enough for me. Right, off we go to the next part, the Rum Kicks. Well, this is part 2. Oh, well, no, it's not part 2. It's just a continuation. This is the Rum Kicks part. Right, obviously a signed T-shirt of the Rum Kicks one, absolutely great. Right, obviously when I got there, it was what I tell you at the end about getting back, and then saw Ewan, the singer guitarist. She was so pleased to see me because I support them. I will support them, and also. This is where things get quite interesting. It's all right. I'm not very organised today. Inside this, there's 13 tracks on it. Well, you can see through it because it's green. There's these cards, and each card is from one of the members of the band, and they've all written something on the back of it, which looks like that. And it was so nice to meet them again. It really was. I don't know if you can see it, but MJ, the drummer, is the first one over there, and it says "I love," and it's got the P crossed out, and it says "Funk MJ." Right? Okay. The one in the middle is from Ewan, and it says on it, "I think I smoked 100 packs of cigarettes while preparing, you know, for this album. Right? I have to quit this from now on. Maybe I can't." Ewan, right? The one behind me, Pulse. Right. It says that, or it says that. And that's funny because that word came up in the in the concert, in the gig they were doing. Great, honest. It was a great. I had such a great time, and to meet them again. And I'm going to do a second interview with them, that's for sure, because I was talking about that as well. Now, I'm going to give a shout out, while I think about it, to a guy, Paul Anderson, right? You see this here, right? It's got the tour dates on the band, right? He gave Rumkicks one each, and one each for 18 Fevers. The guy's phenomenal. He's become a friend. He's a great guy. So, and he does things like that. Anyway, regarding Rumkicks, after the Rebellion Festival, things seem to take off for them. They've done tours in Indonesia, Europe, over to the UK over here, and they're going to going to Japan as well, which is absolutely fabulous for them. It really is. Now, I mean, I've followed these for a long while now. I mean, my channel's 3 years. I can't. It's probably 2.5 years, something like that. And Ewan has worked her little socks off to get where she is, and it's something she's got a passion for it. She really wants to do it. And when they're live, their set was absolutely brilliant. When I forget what come up now in it, but basically, Pulse, the bass player, because somebody said, "Oh, thank you for coming here," and she went, "F you very much," and it just the atmosphere. Honestly, it was absolutely great. Also, this was the place was rammed, by the way. There were like you could get a ticket. Well, you couldn't get a ticket on the door. They're sold out. Basically, they're sold out. Ewan was saying about some manager. Some offered them, I'll manage you. I'll get you to this. I'll do this for you, and all the rest of it, right? And I think this was before he met them. Then he met them, and says, "Well, you're not pretty enough." Well, if that guy had been in that room at that time, it wouldn't have gone out. It wouldn't have got out alive. The place erupted. Obviously, they wrote a song about it, but this is it. They're lovely. They are absolutely lovely, And he needs these. He needs to borrow my glasses. My other pair, which are long distance, so you can see properly. But they're great because they're a classic punk band. The hair, the sound, and everything. And they went down an absolute storm as usual. Well, all the bands did. It was absolutely great, honest. And I will support them. I will support Rumkicks and 18 Fevers as long as I'm still breathing, because I like them. Not only that, actually meeting them, obviously, and doing interviews with them, it's great. It's so unreal when you do an interview with someone and then you actually meet the band. Okay, I met Rumkicks last year, so it's like meeting old friends again. So it was great, honest. And that's what it's all about. It was a great night. One of the best I've had. And because of Brighton and the atmosphere down there, okay, I'm only 40 minutes away from Birmingham, but it's getting around Birmingham. It's a nightmare, but it's just the place. It's just the atmosphere and everything else, and the people down there. They're wonderful. That's why I go there. And even if it was a nightmare getting down there, but that's why I go. Anyway, let's put this up. There we go. There they are, actually playing. I took a few pictures, as you can see, and I've done the sort of little snippets of songs on my phone. But they are great and lovely people. And I'd recommend everybody, if you get a chance, go and buy the CDs and the merch. It's not overly expensive like some bands, that's for sure. And they turned up. I think they sold a lot of merch. I think they sold out of towels. The towels, because I didn't see one. Otherwise, I'd have brought that as well. But that was it. And let's have a look. Here we go. Obviously, there you go. I'm with them. I didn't realise that Pulse was doing the bunny rabbit thing behind me, but I don't care. I don't care. They're great. They are absolutely great. They all are, and wonderful, lovely people. And can't say enough good things about them, because the atmosphere, one how they are, and one how they are with the people. And the nice thing about it is they go there, and a lot of people want to talk to them and chat with them and take photos, right? And I mean, I know a lot of bands these days, if you want to take a photo with them, it costs you like £5, $5, whatever. But these don't. It's support. This is what my channel is about. It's supporting the bands, these bands, and that's why I'm here. That's why I'm actually here, to do it for them and support them. Great bands, and well, I'm just looking. But that was so nice to have these cards inside here. 13 tracks and a ring light showing, but they are something else. They really are something else. regards everything. Anyway, there you go. This is just me saying what a great time I had there, meeting them again and meeting 18 Thievers and everything else, and what a great, yeah, what great people they are. They're lovely, lovely, lovely people. They really are. And I say we'll be doing a second interview with them at some point. I think that's down to me now, and to get sorted out. But they will do it. They say, yeah, they are nice. I mean, it doesn't matter if they say no, but I mean, they don't. This is why I'm here. This is why I'm here. I'm going to screw up anyway. Anyway, so there you go. There may be other bits I tag in here and whatever, but absolutely fabulous, fabulous night. You know, I'm meeting them again. It was absolutely brilliant. Anyway, I'd just like to say, well, I'm not going to say anything because I'm going to tag a bit on the end, I think. Anyway, enough for me. Let's move on to the next bit. Right, forgot to mention about my trip back. That was interesting, to say the least. By the way, right, okay, my trip back is also what had happened is basically the train I was going to catch was cancelled, and I thought, well, that's not very good, is it? You know, because now the train drivers have gone on an overtime ban. So I thought, okay, I'll try to see if I can get an earlier train. Anyway, I got there. The guy says, well, you can do it nearer the time, or he goes, I'll let you through. He says, but when you get to St Pancras in London, he says, it'll be a different story. And they're really nice. And he says, because more to do. So I says, okay, you've convinced me, I'll go. So anyway, I got on the train, got to London St Pancras, right? Said, look, can I get on the train? And they said, we'll have to go to the booking office. And I thought, well, they might charge me a tenner or something or whatever, to do it. And the girl goes, £49. I said, what, £49? I said, I've already got a ticket. She says, oh, she's really apologetic. I said, look, don't apologise. It's not your fault. It's not your fault at all. You're just doing your job. I said, it's the people whose fault it is. We can never get our hands on them. But anyway, I said, so don't worry. So now I've got a 3-hour wait to get my train. So I thought, right, okay, I'll get something to eat, go around and outside. And in this picture, the 3 guys behind me, basically, were taking pictures of themselves. I said to them, excuse me, would you like me to take a picture of all 3 of you? And they're going, oh yes, great, absolutely great. Said we'd love it. And so I did. And they're actually from South Korea. Then I told them where I'd been, showed them the pictures, but obviously they're not, they don't know them, they're not into punk and that sort of thing. But, they thought, wow. Then they found my YouTube channel. Oh, well, subscribe. I said, don't worry about subscribing or anything like that. I said, it's absolutely great to meet people and do that. Because to me, when you see people like this, what's the harm of saying to them, look, would you like me to take a picture of all 3 of you? And of course they're grateful, and I thought, well, I'll do it. I don't mind. It's what I'm like. And so I spent 3 hours in St Pancras walking around, but I met all the people. I'm having a chat. Well, me, rent-a-mouth. I'm having a chat with all the people about different things and that. Anyway, the train turns up, and off I went. Obviously, got back home, and that, and. Then I've got to catch up with everything that I know I was only away for a couple of days, but it's how it is. But anyway, there you go, folks. And I just like to say thank you so much for all your comments, all your support, and everything else. You're absolutely awesome. Seriously, absolutely awesome. You really are. Thank you. And of course, please stay safe. This old fella will be back. Bye for now.